Yeah. So welcome to this class, and today we are going to see Spring Boot. After demo application, we are going to see Spring Boot application with a all CRUD operations, employee application, all CRUD operations with using static DB. Static DB in the sense we are going to create before integrating any SQL or NoSQL database. We need to see we can save our data in a static kind of place also, storage area also. So for the static area we can use static blocks, or we can use map or any kind of thing in our service, sorry, our business logic. So that is what we are going to use, static block. So for this employee CRUD operations, fine. So apart from that open API specifications. So previously, a little bit earlier, so we are using Swagger. So why we are using Swagger? Actually, whenever you are developing a Spring Boot, RESTful applications or microservices. So Swagger is the user interface where we can document our APIs. So like that. So employee update, employee like if it is a put, right, update employee, if it is a post, create employee or save employee, if it is a get or get employee, something like that, we can document, and we can provide the user interface for testing all our APIs. Previously we are using Swagger. So now Open API is the one of the publisher, and this is the Open API is the one of the publisher. Using this also we can implement we can implement documentation for our Spring Boot, right? So internally Spring is wrapped on top of this Open API. So instead of Swagger, so Open API is also follow Swagger guidelines only for the documentation of REST services. So through Open API we can use Swagger. So no need to add a Swagger docket and documentation all in our services. So directly Open API specifications we can use. So this is the highly recommended in an industry. So Open API. So now we can see how we are for Open API. What are the steps we need to configure to document our employee service or our microservice, Spring Boot microservice, right? So are you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the this is the simple documentation for RESTful services, and we can provide some documentation. Okay. So let me open. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Eclipse है इधर.
Okay. So Eclipse, fine. So I'm closing all. So this is the our application. This is our application I created already. So 2021 Spring Boot Open API static DB CRUD operations. Fine. So first coming to model. So simply I taken 4 variables. One is the employee ID, name and address and phone. Fine. So coming to service, you can open interface. Here by seeing this service, you can able to know. So we are doing create employee, which means save employee. We are doing get employee, which means we are getting employee. We are means update. We are doing update employee, which means update employee. So updating some values, and delete employee. So we are deleting some employee, right? But by giving employee ID. So coming to service IMPL. So here, so static DB. So this is what I'm saying. We can say static map or static DB. Okay, static map. So I'm taking one string map. Okay. So what I'm saving here, string and employee. What is the string? Obviously the unique ID. What is the unique ID? Maybe employee ID. So that is the reason only I'm taking employee ID as a string instead of long, right? Or you can use long or integer here. You can take according to that. So no issue. So anything it would be unique. Okay. Map key always unique, right? So key comma employee. So I can give the employee ID here. I can give the employee object here. So like that, see, I'm creating an employee object. So I'm having employee total values. Now employee dot get ID is nothing but a key and employee, right? So like that I'm saving the here. So employee static DB. So if you see here, create employee. Now whatever we are see, previously I'm saving one employee. By default I'm saying one employee. If you want to send from the front end, whenever you are saving your code, you can automatically put here. So map dot put, which means this is the map, right? So static db dot put employee dot get id is nothing but a key of your map, and employee object is the value. So like that we can create, we can save more number of employees here. And get employee by id. So whenever you are passing id, so here, right, we are putting, right, employee id and employee, right? Whenever we are passing key, so map dot get, by passing key we can get the employee response. Why the employee response value is the employee object. So that is the reason we are taking here, employee id as employee value as a employee response here. So now update employee. So static db dot put employee, whatever we are saying here, this this one, and automatically replaced here. The same whenever we are, which means whenever see, put is nothing but, so whenever you are doing, whenever you are try to add the same element in the map, automatically the new value will be override by the old value. So the same way, the we are updating the whatever the updated values with the same employee id. Okay, the same employee. So after that we are getting employee, whatever we are updating here, we are getting here, just we are checking whatever we are really, if it is updated or not. Okay, now delete employee. You know, right? So map dot remove, by passing id we can remove. Okay, so this is what service, just whatever we are written, we are having this service, right? So by recognizing the spring, we need to give that service. This is also we know as part of yesterday class. Coming to controller. So before controller, just let me open the pom.xml. So what I said, so for instead of Swagger, right, just we are giving spring docs. Okay, spring docs. So on top of open api spring wrapped this uh, this service, and we can call it as a spring doc open api, right? So spring is wrapped on top of open api. So for that we can take all the document related information from this environment, from this jars. So coming to application class. So here, at that spring boot application components can, from the yesterday application. So this is the base package of we are giving. Fine, that is fine. So now we need to define our application, what our application is. So for which means documentation, we are doing documentation by with the help of open api, right? With the help of open api, if you see here Swagger, right? So previously we are using Swagger. Now we are using a OpenAPI specifications. So specifications is nothing but you're telling something about your service simply. Okay, you're telling something about your service through one of the existing software component with the help of OpenAPI specifications. So that is the reason here I am giving at the rate OpenAPI definition of your application. So information, see some parameters are there. In that parameter, you can define your own information. So what is this info? Title is the employee project. Fine. So what is this version of this object, version of this service? You can see here pom.xml. So what is this version of 001 hyper snapshot, right? So you can give snapshot. You can give snapshot, right? Description, you can define your entire service. You can define this is the employee operations. Other than, you can say employee CRUD operations. Okay, employee service CRUD operations, or employee service transactions. You can say anything instead of saying CRUD operations. So you can say employee service operations, right? So terms of the service, something you can some service, right? So Karla, see, this is my YouTube channel, right? So that is the reason I added something like that. So Java Spring Boot demos, so just terms of the service, or Java Spring Boot service. Yeah, service, right? So and contact, so just you can give the contact. So whenever we are publishing our documentation, right? So if you want to contact my service, if you need my service, just you can give the contact. So Vkakarla is the YouTube channel, and email is the something like that. So like that you can define with respect to your related information related to your application or your organization. Okay, so license, you can say something Vkakarla or YouTube channel URL will be the URL will be the something. So this is the YouTube channel link, right? So like that. So license, so whatever you want to specify in the terms of definition of your application, you can define your own description. So your own values with respect to the name, URL related to license, right? The contact related information like that. So are you understand what I'm saying in terms of definition of our application, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Coming to controller. So this is the very important. So as you know, at the rate rest, if you are working with the controller, so you need to put at the rate rest controller to make or eligible your controller will be the Spring related Spring component or Spring recognized main action class or control class. Fine. So for that reason we need to define at the rate rest controller here. So after that we have a create employee, we have a get employee, we have a update employee, we have a delete employee. So if you see here for slash create employee, just I given create employee also only, but where I am defining this what this API here I'm giving at the rate operation. If you see this imports IO dot Swagger 3 version OAS annotations operations, which means open API specifications, right? So it is internally using Swagger documentation only. Okay, Swagger documentation only, but it is giving his own specific specifications in a little bit elaborated way. Okay, so summary operation summary in the sense summary of this API. What is this API? Save employee. Simple in simple save employee. Description previously what we are having value and notes we are having. So value is the sense value of this API and notes of this API. So in terms of that, open API given in a very convenient and very understanding way. So summary of this API, save employee, and description of this API description. You can elaborate a little bit more. Save employee into database, right? So we are saving employee into database or creating employee into database. So responses, yeah, 2001. Sorry, 2001 API responses. You can specify the responses also. So 201 is the response and description created employee instead of save created employee into database, right? Content. So what is the content of this actually what is the content of this what response you are giving or what response you are taking, right? So what request you are taking. So content of this API you can mention, which means you are documenting your API, you are doing a documentation for your API. So my API will always take application by JSON format, so that you can give. So you can media type in the sense the data type of or request data type of your application and response data type of your application. The content type we need to give application by JSON. And post mapping. So we know, right, up to here the documentation is done. If you want to add one more API response, you can add one more API response. So if you see here, uh, let me take here. See, now you can give one more API response here. Okay, now you can give one more. So I need to provide comma here. Whenever you are giving second element, you need to provide comma. So 400. What is this? Bad request. Okay. You can remove this. Okay, bad request. So like that you can define your uh, all your respective or expected status codes related to this API with the standard way of defining our status codes. Okay, so like that you can define. Okay, like that you can define. So coming to here, so I defined here. The rest of the things you can add remaining whenever you are doing practice. Okay, so this is save employee. I will come to here. So I will come to here. This is nothing but Spring iOS. I will tell you. So fine. So employee service. So here here it is the get employee, here it is the get employee, and here it is the update employee and delete employee. So if you go here, automatically, sorry, here, so we are coming here, so create employee, just we are putting employee, saving employee here. So coming to here, so return type, what we are returning response entity is the, it is a standard way of giving a response. Instead of response body, we are giving a response entity as a response of each and every API. So why we are giving, it is a standard and generic way of defining a API response or API return type, right? In this you can create a return type of object. This is return type of object of response entity of, you can provide the response, whether it is a employee object, whether it is a list of employees, whether it is a single object or multiple objects or list of objects. You can pass here along with the status code. So what is the status of this event? In this case here it is a success, right? So we are passing uh, to okay, so this is nothing but 200. So like that you can define each and every API. So coming to here, so what is this service? We are depending on employee service. Why? Because for the create employee and update employee and delete employee and fetch employee or get employee, so all the business logic we written in a employee service. If you go here, see, create employee we written here, provide the logic here. So update employee, get employee, we already defined a logic here. So update employee and get employee, so like the delete employee, right? So we already written a logic in our service class, so that is the reason we are depending on this service. So that is the reason I injected here. I injected means just I auto void here. So auto void of employee service is nothing but the dependency, whatever we are having a dependency from the controller class, we are doing a dependent injection. So dependent injection, why we are depending on the service and we injected here. So that is the reason it is called as a dependency injection. So again, that is the concept of Spring IOC. So why we are calling as IOC? So we can directly call Spring dependency injection, right? So why the people are named it as a IOC, Spring IOC? This is nothing but inversion of control. So what happens, why we are giving inversion of name as inversion of controller, why we are calling it as inversion of control concept in a Spring? So this concept we can achieve through dependency injection, that is fine. So why we are calling inversion of control? So inversion of control, which means controller is inversed, which means controller is reversed, right? So is that not reversed earlier? Yes. Is that not reversed? Why? How it is not reversed? Yes. So let me copy. Let me comment out this. Previously, what we are doing before Springboard, we are creating an object here. Why? Because employee object we need, right? Employee service object we need. So we are creating an object here. Yes, class we can create object. Correct. While creating, you need to provide new. Fine. We are creating an object here. We are taking by object reference dot get method. We are calling like this. So if you are calling three services here, three services instead of employee service, you are calling three employee service, person service, other services. So you need to create the three objects here. So whether you are calling or not calling, unnecessarily you are creating a Java object here. So whenever you are running, right, all the objects will be initialized and memory will be allocated. So it will take a lot of memory even though you are calling or not calling. So this is a kind of boilerplate code. We cannot, it is not easily testable, right? So that is the reason this is the controller of developer. Why? Because I am only creating object right here. I am only creating, as a developer, I am only creating object here. So that is the reason it is controlled by developer. Now I don't want to take the control of this control on this employee service. I don't want to take this control of employee service. I want to provide this control to the Spring container or Spring framework, which means I given my control to Spring framework, which means the creating of object totally inversion now. So my controller is going to Spring hand, right? So that is the reason we are calling it as a inversion of control. I am not controlling this object. Spring is controlling of a creation of this object. So that is the reason only we are calling this concept as a Spring IOC, inversion of control. So whenever I'm calling this API, whenever we are control is request here, cursor is coming here, then Spring container will create object for this employee service dynamically instead of creating earlier. Got it? So that is the reason we call it as a Spring inversion of control. The control of creating a employee service is taken care by Spring framework, right? So this concept we can call it as a Spring IOC. This concept we can achieve through dependency injection. Got it? What I'm saying? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
One question.
Yeah, you can.
Couldn't you use the interface there instead of the?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can use, no issue. We can use interface. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we can use interface. Previously we used interface only, right? Yeah, we can use interface. So instead of directly class, we should use interface only. That is recommended way of using. Okay, good. So let me run. So apart from this, we are nothing we are having, and this is in service IMPL. Sorry, service class. We added a static block where we are why because static block. When our application is running, right, all the static blocks will be executed faster. By default, the employee data will be there in a map, right? Instead of saving, you can directly call your object here, right? So the default value will be there. So that is the reason I given static block instead of adding in a directly into the map. So that is fine. So coming to application, source application data properties. Just I'm giving this here as a 2022 is the our port number. Okay, application port number. Let me run this application. I'm running in a debug mode. Okay, so Spring Boot application. So in the controller, just in the get, I will put get employee and also save employee. So if you open here, so if you, I will keep. Okay, so you are able to see my browser also, right?
Right.
So previously by adding Swagger, we are calling HTTP localhost / swagger-ui.html. So even though we are not adding Swagger, the OpenAPI inbuilt, it is taking internally, it is taking Swagger doc guidelines only. By using Swagger guidelines, we are developing OpenAPI. So OpenAPI is nothing but on top of that, on top of Swagger only OpenAPI build. Okay, the same guidelines. It is very easy to document our applications. So let me type the URL. So instead of that, http colon 2022, sorry, http colon / localhost 2022 -swa swagger -ui.html. Fine. Let me open. See, employee service operations. So this is what my service. Terms of service, contact, vKakarla and vKakarla. Something we are giving, right? Here, right? So if you come here, so here we are giving, right, contact vKakarla something, right? So if you come here, contact vKakarla, but emails are all we are not getting. We will see. So coming to here, open API. So if you open these documents, see, it is coming. See, Open API, the title employee project, the description employee service. Here it is coming clearly. So whenever we are seeing the documents, right? So name vKakarla and vKakarla some email.com. So license and URL. The URL will be the YouTube channel HTTPS, I think. So /youtube.com vKakarla. Let me open it, whether it is opening or not. Yes, it is opening my channel, right? So it is opening my channel. So like that, we can create a documentation for our application, and this is the URI of that our services. So whatever the services you are there, you can document your service. And coming to /employee paths, from paths here starting each and every path of your API. So summary, update employee, description, operation ID, update employee. So like that, we are having each and every documentation of our employee, our employee service or our service. So like that, we can create a documentation. And coming to here, if you see here, employee controller, if you click here the employee controller, you are having create save employee, which means save employee, update employee, get employee, and delete employee. So we can have URI along with the summary, of this API. So, but if you are removing the summary, if you removing the summary, if you see these two operations, for the any layman sees that what is this slash employee, what is this slash employee, he will see, right? So by providing summary, save employee, okay, this API will save employee details, or this is update employees, okay, this summary of this, by seeing this summary, okay, this API will update the something, if you don't know about the put operation. So if you expand this, the notes or description will come here, save employee into database, something like that, it will come here, right? So let me call get employee first. Why? Because we are having already 100 is a 100 there, right? So 100, right? Let me execute. We already put the document, sorry, debug. So automatically it will come in a controller. So see, it is coming in a controller. So whatever we are ID we are passing here, it is coming here, and step over. And I'm passing written also here. So no need to go for postman here. So instead of postman, directly we can test our application along with our URL only. No need to go for a postman, or no need to go for any testing tool, SOAP UI and right. So whenever you're giving the save employee and update employee, you need some JSON format. So instead of that, it will give. So instead of that, it will give the JSON format and all. So we already coming in here. So see, in a map, 100 employees already there, default, right? If you see here map, one employee object is already there. So map.get by passing ID. Obviously, what is this map? For Android, we have an employee object, right? As a value, we have employee object. This is the value. This is the key, right? We are getting employee response here. Employee response as a value here. In terms of map, it is a value, but in terms of our API, we are getting employee response, right? So coming to here, so it is came to control page. So in the controller, we are already given written in terms of API standards, or in terms of REST standards, we given response entity as a response object. So new response entity of the response what we are getting, we are passing here. The response what we are getting, we are passing. Along with that, if it is response is coming, so we are giving HTTP status, okay, which means success status. So go to Chrome, and you can see, yeah, it will come. Let me, why it is not coming? Yeah, we are seeing here. So I think it is already coming. Yeah, we are able to see, right? We are able to see this response, and this is the status code of this API, right? See here, we can download. Here it is giving option download JSON also. It is giving, and copy JSON also. We can copy this one, right? So like that, it is giving. So let me take these values. And save employee. If you see here, save employee, try out. So you can pass. See, previously we need to create this JSON manually, but it is giving by default. It is giving. So save employee. This is the description of this employee, and I'm giving employee ID as a 1000 now. So name I can give in Virraju Kakarla or Veer. So address India, Hyderabad. Okay. Phone number. So something I'm giving. Okay. Fine. So I'm executing. So successfully created employee. Now I want to get this employee, whether it is really saved or not, right? So let me add. what is this employee ID here? 1000, right? So we can have, right? We will check. We will check. Map should be hold this employee. We will check. Execute. We are coming here. And whenever we are coming here, right? Save employee we are already given. Let me. Oh, why it is? For 100 it is okay. It is saving null. So that is the reason we are not getting name and all. We will see now why it is coming null. Okay, we will see. So that is what we need to do the debug. So let me add here. So that is the reason we are not getting anything. So save employee, we will check why it is null. So we are giving employee, right? So whenever we are executing save employee. So let me take, let me create debug here, create employee. So we are getting this, we are getting create employee. I'm opening, I'm also opening here, putting here. I think correct. We need to create an object here, right? Employee one. So employee one dot set, right? Employee one dot set. This one dot. We need to instead of copy, I think we can put. Okay, maybe no. I will check before creating. I will check. Okay, we will check why it is not coming. Let me run in it. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. I'm running again debug mode. We already employee dot get ID we've already given, and we are giving employee object, right? Why it is taking null, we will see now. So we are passing, and we are passing here, and if you see here, why it is coming employee as a null. See, this employee is Spring Boot Open API model dot employee we are having, and create employee / employee only. But why we are getting request body only we are giving? So post mapping we are giving correctly. Request body correct. So it is taking, this is not request body. We need to give the request body of spring annotation. Okay, so that might be the reason it is taking. Let me debug and let me run again. So the imports are imported in a wrong way. So if it is a Swagger related, right, Spring will not take care about that. Okay, if you are giving Spring related annotation only, it will take care of Spring. Now it will be bind the request body, it will be bind to the front end, sorry, controller. We will see now. Definitely we will get correct. So that is the reason. See, sometimes we did some mistakes, right? So whenever we are doing a request body, right, it should be Spring annotation. Then only the object content will carry from the front panel to the controller layer, right? So that will take care of that while traversing the request from browser to action class, right? So if you give any that kind of annotations from by default or by mistake, it is coming from the Swagger, right? Swagger will not take care about. Swagger will only document your service. Okay, so now you can see employee we saved, right? So now we are able to fine. Now we are saving and successfully created. Now I can get this employee. Right? Whenever we are writing our services, we need to take care about the import where it is importing, okay, get employee. So are we getting or not? So we are getting. Got it? So now we are having two records there. Okay, one is 100 record and one is this one. So let me delete the 1001. So try out 1000. So I'm deleting. So deleted successfully. Now if you see here, if you get here again, if you get here, so ID 1000, right? So if you go to here, ID 1000, that is okay. But do you have this object? No, you are not having. Only one object is having in a map, right? So definitely we will not get. Definitely we will not get. But even though we are not getting, we are directly passing here delete employee. We are directly passing successfully deleted, right? Something. So here we are getting error. We need to handle that error. Okay. If it is not, we need to handle. Fine. So delete employee, right? So successfully deleted. Why? Because we are returning successfully deleted in here, right? So it will come here and it will give whatever we are giving the static. So we need to do the validation. Whenever we are coming into the valid exceptions, we will set it here. So okay. So if in here only we can say. So if the map is not having this ID, right? Map is not having this ID, then data already not there in database, you can say. Otherwise you can pass successfully deleted. Okay. So like that, we can do all our operations, update and delete and get employee. So put employee also you can give one of the existing employee and existing employee. You can change the your values, whatever your required values you can change. So are you understand?
Yes, Viren. Thanks.
Okay. So after
Yes.
this class, I will give this a link by uploading this video in my channel, Vikakala channel. And yesterday also I uploaded my playlist. If you go to playlist, you will have a one playlist 2021 microservices. This is your playlist. And if you come here, I already have a one class, yesterday class. Okay. Okay. So you can GitHub link also I given. So if you open this GitHub link, so your application is there. Okay. If you see here, see main and all Spring Boot. So controller all is there. Okay. So all is there. You can download this and you can watch. So let me give this one first of today. So after this class, I will provide. Okay. So thanks, friends. And do you have any questions now?
Thanks, Viren.
Yeah.
For me. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. So please subscribe my channel so that you will get after training also you will get the future notifications. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.